Hey guys, it's Dana and it's time to talk about money. And in this video, I wanted to talk about how to feel your way to debt freedom. Now, actually, in our family, I am not the feelings person. I am more of the practical one. My husband is the sensitive, feelings-based one in our relationship. So kids always say mommy is the mean one and daddy is the nice one, sort of something along those lines. So anyway, feelings, getting in touch with your feelings. That is not something that I'm fantastic at. However, this is not about that kind of feeling. This is an acronym. FEEL is an acronym. I find at work, everywhere I go, there are acronyms everywhere, and sometimes I cannot stand them because everything has been shortened down into an acronym. However, I was listening to the Bigger Pockets podcast, which is one of the podcasts that I listen to, and they were talking about this acronym that they had come up with, and they were using it in regards to real estate investing, and I think it's really relevant to getting out of debt. I find that this acronym helps with that as well. I think it's the exact same thing you need to do to get out of debt, to pay off everything as fast as you can. All right, so I wanted to share this acronym with you, FEEL, which is F. F stands for focus. In order to get out of debt, you really need to focus on what it is you are doing, on your goal, your why are you doing it? Just like anything you're trying to accomplish, absolutely anything. If you do not focus on it, it is not going to happen. You must focus on it. Just like when you were dating your spouse, most likely when you were dating them, you were really focused on them and you were spending all your time with them. Your friends were probably yelling at you, hey, you never spend time with me anymore. That's because you were focused on that person and you ended up marrying them, right? When you first have a baby, you're focused on your newborn baby, as you should be. So things, in order to do well at things, in order to get them accomplished, you need to focus on them. So if you're trying to pay off debt, then you have to focus on it, not obsess over it, but focus on it as a goal every single day. It's something you have to have top of mind. And whether that means putting up some kind of board in your house, carrying a piece of paper around in your wallet with you, or, just having conversations every day, listening to different podcasts that relate to money, watching Debt Free Dana on YouTube, however it is that you need to focus on it. Have it be something you're thinking about. Correct? Because otherwise you're just going to be like, whatever, and then it's just going to slip away and you're not going to ever get there. So the first is F for focus. Second is E, and that is for educate yourself. Educate yourself on best practices. Listen to others who have done it. Listen to people or read books on how to get out of debt, what's the best plan, something that has worked for millions and millions of people. You need to educate yourself on how others have gotten to where you want to get. Same thing with getting debt free. I follow Dave Ramsey's baby steps, and that has worked for our family. It's worked for millions of others. But of course, there are other programs out there that you could follow, but just make sure that you are educating yourself on how others have done it. And I really like to listen to a lot of different podcasts. I like to learn as much as I can. I try to read nonfiction books. I'm trying to learn from others who have been successful and who have done things that I want to do. If I want to be a black belt in karate, I have to train with a black belt, someone who's gotten there. How have they done it? I can't just, read a book and suddenly become a black belt in karate. Correct? So I need to learn from those who have done it, best practices. The third E is to execute. You have to execute on that plan. You have to follow the steps. If you just listen to a lot of podcasts, which I will raise my hand and say that for about a year, I was listening to the Dave Ramsey podcast and we were not doing the steps. We weren't doing it. We were not following it. And for some reason, it didn't even occur to me to follow it. I just was like, oh, this is entertaining. That's for other people. And we didn't do it. And then until one day, you know, if you've seen that video of mine out there, one day I realized, oh my gosh, like we have to do this. This is for us. We have to actually do the steps. So this is the same thing. If you know how to do something because you've read the books, you've listened to others, and you're like, oh yeah, I know how to do that. But if you're not actually doing it yourself, then it's not going to happen. You have to execute it as prescribed. Follow the steps as you are being taught to, and don't skip steps. Don't try to do it your own way, because your own way has not been working. Otherwise, you wouldn't be looking for help elsewhere, correct? So you need to execute on the steps. All right, and then the very last one is to learn, it's L, learn from your mistakes, because you are going to make mistakes. Absolutely, you're going to make mistakes. And when you make those mistakes, don't beat yourself up. Just try to learn from it, and then you can pivot, make certain shifts, try to change, try to correct things so that you don't make that same mistake again. Obviously, you don't want to continue to make the same mistake. You need to learn from that mistake and correct things so that you can continue to move forward. And then just repeat. Just continue to do it. Just keep on the path. And I heard someone recently doing their debt-free scream on Dave Ramsey's show, and they were saying that they believe that the key to getting out of debt, which I actually really agree with this, because I always say the key is persistence. You have to continue to keep your foot on that path, because I fully believe the enemy is going to try to pull you off, drag you off, push you off, and you have to try to stay on it. But they were saying it's not necessarily persistence, but it is patience. Patience is the key, because it is going to take time. Some amount of time. And it's very hard for many of us to have that patience to stick with the plan, even when we fall down, get knocked off, and we screw up. It's very difficult to stay patient and to stick with it and keep going until you reach the end goal. And eventually you'll reach it if you just don't give up and you have that patience for it. So yes, patience is the key, right? Repeat. Keep following the steps and keep going, keep moving forward towards your goal. All right, so that's the FEEL acronym. Like I said, I just really liked it. I think that it's very relevant, and I think that that's exactly how you get out of debt. That is the roadmap for debt freedom. If you can follow those steps, then you'll get there. And then why do we want to get out of debt? We want to get out of debt so we don't have payments, so that all the money you're earning, your income, is yours to do what you want to do with it. It gives you choices. You can invest, you can save for whatever you want to save for. You're not giving your hard-earned money to the bank or to someone else. So owing money definitely is a form of slavery, and it is something within your spirit. And so I think when you get out of debt, it just gives you so many more choices, options in life, freedom, literal freedom. So that is exactly why. So, all right. Hope that is helpful to you in some way. If it's your first time here, be sure to subscribe. I'm here every single Tuesday talking all about money, and we are a family of 6 living in the Philadelphia area. And that's it. I'll talk to you guys next week.